Right. Hello. Good evening. Hello. Happy Sunday to you guys. So I know y'all thinking, is she talking about abusive relationships and she's playing Jodeci? Yes, I am. Okay. Because the first thing that you must prepare for is moving on. And no matter how old you are, connecting with, not finding, but connecting with the right one. Okay. So that, see, that's a part of the programming of an abusive male, is that of course he doesn't want you to move on with your life. Of course he doesn't want anybody else to want you. Really, to be honest with you, most abusive men, they really don't want you on this earth. They don't. If they could get rid of you, they would have done it. Okay. So this is High Priestess Jamila. I want to come and talk to you guys about something extremely important. We're going to talk about healing, and we're going to talk about the world. Okay. Now, a lot of women, especially, complain about the system and how they do not actually feel protected by the system. And that is because we are not. I mean, did y'all not see that Cincinnati fight? Yeah. And I was going to come and talk about Valor 4, but I'm telling y'all, ladies, that y'all need to really, really understand that you need to be protected from violence. Not just physical violence, but spiritual violence. Because, see, at this point, the earth is what, billions of years beating, beating. I'm talking about physical. Now, a man put his hands on me, he gonna pull back a nub. So ain't nobody gonna put their hands on me. But I did just recently get out of a situation that was extremely abusive, extremely, for good. Got out of the situation for good. And one thing that I noticed is that the world has gotten sick. Okay. Because the abuse that I suffered and the degradation that I suffered, people actually wanted to watch it. Like, for some reason, I don't know if it's because I'm a witch. I don't know if it's because I'm a black woman and I moved to the South. I have no idea. I'm moving out of the South, by the way, very, 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 very soon. I don't know if that's what it's about, but for some reason, nobody cared. Nobody actually cared. The police didn't care. I mean, this dude was abusive to me for 13 years before I even met him. Nobody cared. The police in Georgia never cared. Nobody followed up on it. I mean, he even bragged and told me, he said, no one cares. You're just a black bitch. Nobody cares about you. I can do whatever I want to do to you, and nobody's going to care. So, this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a bunch of sick people that don't care. In fact, they are turned on by it. People get off on seeing women be abused. This is a fact. They set it up as entertainment until we put a stop to that crap. Now they just get a big old bellyache. Okay. Oh, your head gonna be hurting, your heart gonna be hurting. You try to you almost like some sick, dark, twisted 50 shades of gray type crap. It was awful. Like, and we're not even gonna go into detail about it. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to do that. But what we are going to talk about is the fact that people in this world do not care. They don't. You're not going to get any results by the police. You can't in good faith as a woman buy a gun to protect yourself. Remember that black woman that fired a warning shot at her ex-husband and they put her in prison? So the rules are different. Listen, listen, no shade to my white women, okay? But I'm just saying, for us black women, the rules are different. We can't be pulling out no gun, firing warning shots because they're going to consider that to be attempted murder. For some reason, especially in the South, black women are marginalized to the point where uh, you're at fault for defending yourself. You're not feminine enough. You're not good enough for defending yourself and your family. But then if something happens to your children, you're being shamed for that. So this is one of the reasons why I want to get the hell out of the South. And I am, and I will very soon. Y'all just don't even like it's different where I am from. In the South, it's like a third world country or something. It's awful. It is. It's awful. It's disgusting the way they treat black women in the South, especially. But I hear a lot of white women complaining about that too. I do. I hear a lot of white women complaining about certain things that matter. But then again, when it boils down to it, you don't matter. You're marginalized as a woman, right? And I'm gonna tell you something. Um, I want to talk about healing, is what I want to talk about. And this is very, very, very important. I want you guys to listen to me very carefully. Stop focusing once we've done the work to bring about the justice, because the justice will be there, especially if you need protection. If it's a crazy fool, I'm telling y'all, do not try to be good little Christian girls. You want to live? You want to live? You got to call to the Terminators, because they will kill you. They will kill you, man. They don't care about your life. They sick. They done got even worse, connected, psychotic, trying to work out all of their dark Okay, y'all, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry. I'm here. I am here. Your high priestess is here. Okay, so back to what I was talking about. Let's not focus on the assholes. Let's call to our spirits and take care of them the hard way. The hard way. Okay. But then I want you guys to focus on healing. In particular, now this brings up Shanquila Robinson. Shanquila Robinson was murdered because she was a successful entrepreneur. And for some reason, we have a group of misogynists. They are murderers and they are going around conjuring up energy against women who are successful entrepreneurs. Okay. And they beat Shanquilla to death. Okay, I think that there was some updates on her case or something I saw on Super Slide's channel. If y'all not subscribed to him, go subscribe. He's got a great channel. Okay, he seems like a decent man. Okay. I don't think I've heard that man say the B word, even though I know he said it before, but I don't think I've ever heard him use the B word on a woman since I've started watching his channel, which means something to me. Okay. Anyway, for some reason, there still is a weird conspiracy out there of so-called men who decided that they were going to go through social media to attack women who have small businesses. Have y'all noticed that? And I was one of them that they attacked. They immediately put me under attack. Immediately. A bunch of dusty men, okay? And some women, right? Okay, so that's what happened. We all know that that's what happened, okay? And especially being that I'm black, that's just what it is. And so it happened to me, right? Okay. But what do you need? What does it take to be a successful entrepreneur? What's the one thing that it takes to be a successful entrepreneur? Anybody want to guess? It is your mind, not your body. Maybe your internal body. You want to be healthy, but it is your mind. If your mind is healthy, your body's going to be healthy, more than likely. More than likely. Okay. It takes a money mind, it takes an entrepreneur's mind. Okay. What's the first thing that they're going for? Your head. Okay. When they want to mess you up, when an abuser wants to mess you up, he's not going to hit you in your stomach. He's not going to hit you in your back. He going for the face and the head. A verbal abuser, what's the first thing that they attack? Your intelligence, your intellect, your hair. That's what they're doing when they're talking about your hair. They're actually attacking your mind, your crown. They're trying to knock your crown off your heads, right? Because your crown is your mind that connects you to the universe, to the cosmos, to the power, to the source. Okay? What's the first thing that a verbal, emotional, mental abuser does? Tells you crazy, try to crazy make you. Over and over again, cyclically, either daily, weekly, monthly, all at once, or it'll come in the form of these little backwards jokes that you thinking in your mind, Should I be in, like, should I be concerned? Yeah. First thing they go for. So, no matter what it is that you're doing, even if you're getting a job, even if you're working a job, even if you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, the first thing that you need to start working on is healing your brain. I mentioned this back in January or February of this year, how I was doing some brain healing stuff. Like, I'm talking about being very technical in my healings, your temporal lobe and just the different areas and functions of the brain that need to be healed. Those functions are actually connected to your health. They're connected to your well-being, how you feel. They are connected to if you have spiritual gifts. They are connected to how sharp and keen your spiritual gifts are. And if you are an entrepreneur, it is connected to your mind. See, this is the reason why when you go and you look at Scully candles, they don't just sell them in black. Skull candles come in red, pink, purple, blue, green, white, yellow for healing. So you got to heal your mind. Start working on that now. First thing that my abuser did was told me, you're not capable of driving back home. Huh? I'm not, what? The crazy part about it is that they do spell work to damage you. They do spell work, or they buy spell work because they want to make it so that you don't get away from them. Now, I don't understand what's wrong with a person to the point where you have to literally be held in captivity or a hostage for you to stay with them. But that's just the way abusers work. What did I do? I did some healing work for myself in January and February. Next thing I knew, I was driving, had no problems. Prior to that, I felt anxious whenever I would get in a car. It was weird. It was weird. So they have that effect on you, and they may not even be doing it directly. They can be doing it indirectly through backwards comments, code words, certain things, manipulation, and spell work. Okay. So to start rebuilding yourself and your life, come and get your healing. You have to heal your mind. I'm a very powerful healer. Okay. I need y'all to understand. I need y'all to accept the healing. Your mind has got to heal. We've got to heal your brain. Now, remember the last time I talked to y'all, I got cyber attacked. The last time I spoke to y'all about this, this was back in February. And since then, we've been kind of running from pillar to post. They don't like me at all, and I don't care. I will invoke Zozo and Valifor on them, and they will learn their lesson. I don't care. It's no need for all of that. No man should ever. No, no. I'm not going to say no, sir, because you don't deserve to be called sir. You deserve to be called what you are, and that is a rat. You are a rat. No man should be calling a woman out of her name, yelling and screaming at her and talking to her. Men are supposed to talk to women because, see, men, they do have power, okay? No man should be thrusting his voice or any of that at no woman. I remember when it happened to me a few weeks ago, and it kind of felt like I was getting ready to go into a seizure. Yelling and screaming. You shouldn't be yelling and screaming at no woman. You should be ashamed of yourself. You are a disgrace. And you for damn sure, hey, if I catch a man yelling and screaming at a child, I don't leave men alone with my child, my children. Never have, except for their father. Because, see, I had children with men that I could actually leave alone with my kids. Okay. But some of y'all, you can't really leave them alone with your kids. No man should be yelling and screaming at a woman or a child. He's garbage. Exactly. He's garbage. Because you know what that does? It activates the stress receptor. So, listen, I know that we want to talk about the heart. Yes, healing of the heart is important. Okay. Typically, when people come across me, their heart instantly starts to heal. It just is what it is, which is why for years, for the past decade, people have contacted me globally to contact me for healing. But in order for you to fully heal your heart, you have got to heal the mind. Do them both, but you got to heal your mind. Got to do it. It does so much damage. It does. You're right, Unicali. And but see, the thing of it is that a lot of y'all got to be careful in social media. Social media have scoped you out. They have researched you. They have studied you, and they're basing their attack on you based upon what they have seen you do in social media. So if you're doing certain things in social media, you got a lot of views, like what I did used to, and they hated that because they're supposedly men. Okay. I don't call you men, I call you eunuchs. Okay. Relics or something. I don't consider them to be men. As far as I'm concerned, the penis is gone. There is no penis there or power. Okay. But basically, they done scoped you out. And so the men that you meet in social media are an over exaggerated version of what you don't like. So it hits differently than if you, because some actually didn't meet somebody in social media and they were abusive. Okay. For some reason, they start off immediately with the grooming and the programming to abuse you. Now it's for different purposes. Some of them want to put that, some of them want to get their hands on your children. Some of them want to traffic your children. Okay, it's quite a deal. It's a whole conspiracy going on. That's why I tell women, if you're gonna have your kids in social media, be careful, because there's pedophiles that are watching your children. They want access to your children. They fall in love with your children in a sexual manner, and they're trying to work through the system to get their hands on your children. Okay. So social media is a very, very, very dark place when it wants to be. That's why you got to have your protection. Okay. And we don't deal with protection that is child abuse or women abuse apologists. No, our protection is die hard, and our protection is unrelenting, as well as unapologetic, as well as zero tolerance. Okay. When it comes to protecting women and children, our protection, whatever you want to call them, demons, you want to call them this, and you want to call me a devil worshiper, we gonna protect them women and them children. Because a lot of the men on this planet that are walking around are not doing it. Okay. In fact, they pose as weapons of destruction against women and children. They're doing all kind of weirdness that they don't have to do. Please explain to me what the hell it would be the point of you selling a child for sex or selling a child for anything. It makes no sense. We live on an abundant planet where that's not even necessary. What would be the purpose? See, I've never understood that. And see, for me, my whole thing about it is that my position that I stand in is against them. And see, this is why it's so hard for me. They want me dead. Do y'all understand me? That they want me dead. I'm not at war with the drug dealers. I'm at war with the traffickers. So y'all be like, well, Jamila, what's going on? I'm battling evil. What kind of evil? The most evil. The worst evil. I just got an Amber Alert tonight. Okay. And they're targeting women in social media, but they will target you in real life. It's real bad over in Florida. Women are meeting up with men who are basically ops. Okay. Um, I don't like using that word because I work with one of the gods of Saturn, and her name is Ops. She's the goddess of wealth. But we call them Ops. Over in Florida, do you know that if a man beat you up and you stay in a relationship with him, that CPS come and take your kid? You stay an abuser. Now, how difficult is it to get away from an abuser? It's not easy. So over there and in a lot of different states though, but especially over in Florida, they are setting women up. They are scoping women out so that they can get into the houses of children so that the man can beat them up. Okay, so this is a hitman for hire. He's disingenuous and he's beating the woman up. Okay. And then somebody just so happens to know about the abuse. Somehow it gets reported. And then CPS will come and take your kids. I actually had a client that went through that because her man abused her a couple of times. CPS took her kids because she didn't leave him right away. Okay. So they just came and took her kids. Now the kids are in the system and hopefully they're in the care of good foster parents. Okay. So it's a whole system that they got going on. And see, I don't like them and they don't like me. They real corrupt. They don't understand why every time they try to come for Jamila, they fall down. They don't understand it. But it is what it is, okay? Because it's just like, why are you making me aware of this? This is one of the reasons why this is one of the reasons why I don't want to live in Georgia because I'm triggered every day by it. It's all around. It just you can smell it in the air. It's like, oh God. I don't care how much perfume you put on you, a cologne. I can smell the ick on you. You are ick. It is disgusting. I am literally in the middle of the and my spirits. They said we're gonna they said we're going to get her out of there. They said we got to get her out of there because it's just too out of hand. It's too out of hand. It's too corrupt. It's too much for me to fight. Okay, it's too much. I'm gonna have to love on the children of Georgia from a distance. I can't do it. I can't stay here. It's too much. Oh, it's so much corruption going on. It's so much suffering going on in Georgia. Slaves in Georgia. Slaves, modern day slaves. It's absolutely repulsive. They can't stop me from leaving and they can't kill me because, they scared anyway. They know they scared. And they'll say, she's the Antichrist. Okay, I'll be that. I'll be that. Okay. Go tell that to St. Michael, though, because he'll tell you exactly who I am. Okay. Seriously. And it's something that I didn't even ask to fight with. I didn't ask. Yeah. I didn't ask for that. I was chose randomly. I was chose randomly. And you would think that these people would know, just leave Jamila alone. Well, now I'm involved, I guess. Sweet baby Jesus. It's awful. And they said, well, they said, and they just really don't know or understand, you know, uh the fact that the power and the passion of the Divine Mother It's too powerful. It's a cross that only Jesus could bear. They can't deal with the passion of the great mother. They can't, because she gonna show them. And I have faith in that. Okay. So I'm dealing with a lot right now. You know what I'm saying? And they can't do nothing to us. What they gonna do? It's the truth. What are they gonna do? They're gonna tell me to not tell the truth about what they did, about what they were doing. So back to what I was speaking about as far as with the healing. You have to heal your mind. You have to heal your mind. Okay. You have to do it because that's okay. So if you are someone that is still struggling, trying to recover from an abusive relationship, while their abusive counterparts and supporters make excuses, who cares about them? No woman should have to take accountability for an abuser. I'm supposed to take accountability for that. For what? For what? That don't even make no sense. What happened to the abuser taking accountability? They don't have to anymore, do they? Exactly. Focus on healing your mind. When things start going well for you, that's why I was telling a few of my clients, because I've done a few healing spirit dolls for them, because voodoo dolls, spirit dolls are not just for the purposes of hurting people. They can be very powerful tools of healing. I'm drinking iced coffee, Armels. I don't drink alcohol at all. Goodness, I ain't drinking no alcohol until I'm celebrating on my balcony. When I get home, I'll have a couple of sips of wine, but other than that, I ain't drinking nothing. So, but the spirit dolls that I make are very healing. And so what they do is on a regular basis, they're lighting up these skull candles. They are lighting up these skull candles to give you brain damage. And did y'all know that Bruce Willis? I couldn't believe it. Did y'all hear about Bruce Willis? Bruce Willis has dementia. Seems very suspicious to me. All of a sudden, he just pop up with dementia. He don't know who he is. He's. I suspect spell work, black magic. Y'all know that when people light, if you don't get a hold of that, people light enough skull candles on you, it's gonna mess up your head. But see, abusers, they're not programmed to be connected to any divinity or intuition. See, that's the thing of it is with my abuser. I mean, just any old everything, any old negativity, he would connect to it and, ooh, let me go give this to Jamila. Because he hated me from the beginning anyway. So it was abuse, abuse, abuse. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to focus on and protecting your crown too. Put your crown on top of your head and keep it protected. Especially when you start feeling like, how like ooh, you know what, guys? I got to go. I can't stay long. How long ago was that? That was 16 minutes ago. I have a side job that I do on the side of my business doing psychic readings. So I got to go in a few minutes here. Start working with me on healing and recovery from that abuse and all of those horrible abusive words. You got to flush out your consciousness of the things that they have said, the things that they have put in you. They family even got in on it to abuse you. They treat their dogs better than they treat you. Because after all, abusers, especially narcissistic abusers, experiencing something real is not important. It's just like, y'all remember that Tyler Perry movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman? Remember how she was in an abusive relationship with old boy, and come to find out her mother was okay, was behind the scenes getting money from this dude. So it's typically some kind of con game, some kind of setup or something. It's sad. It's sad the amount of fake fraud people that are in this world. It's disgusting. Stop being sad about them. Stop caring about what they give a fuck about. Don't give a damn about what they give a damn about. Who cares? Once you got them to the point where they are binded, and they're binded with them spirits that can literally pop one of their tires off their car. Mm-hmm. Keep them tied down to the couch all day. When they woke up, because see, an abuser at any day, he's so stupid and dumb and crazy that eventually one day he's gonna flip out and lose it and try to take you out, take himself out. It's sick. So spirits reading their minds and monitoring them and making sure that, well, they just not gonna get up out the bed that day. So you don't have to worry about that. Focus on healing, guys. Exactly. It is usually a setup, especially if you got a disgusting family. They'll try to arrange meetings with somebody that's outside of the family, outside of the fold, to try to get them in on it. I told y'all about that. It's disgusting. Now, I'm not saying that him being abusive to you is their fault, because to be honest with you, that man, if he really falls in love with you or loves you, he can treat you well. You ain't made him do nothing. He made a choice. He made a choice. He wanted to abuse you, and that's what he did. End of story, period. Okay? So, and even if he's under possession or black magic, think of all the mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters and grandmothers that may have had a spirit inside of them, but they never hurt nobody. They never abused anybody. They never did that. Abusers, at their core, they don't even be trying to fight with them bad spirits. They just go with it, don't they? Yep. I've been a mother for almost 30 years now, and I've had bad spirits thrown at me. Granted, I had protection, so I ain't never even thought about hurting none of my kids. But I've had bad spirits thrown at me. Not once have I ever, would I ever. You know why? Because my love for my family and the people that I love is stronger than that spirit. So they weak in love, and they strong in their mental illness and narcissism. You see what I'm saying? So right now, what I want y'all to focus on is healing. Okay. And that's mainly and primarily what we're going to be focusing on. Um, Today I heard the whooshing, and to be honest with you, that whooshing, it's a sign, but it's not a good sign. It's a sign of a collective energy against you. And collective energy can be harmful. And it really, really pissed me off. I was like, really? Really? Like it's like they don't want to learn. And then when I do something to strike back, it's a problem. They have a problem. Jamila is a bad, evil person. Okay. But a lot of times when you hear that, it's like a for some reason on Sundays, when I hear that, I'm like, oh God, like, oh my God, here we go with this mess. Will never learn, will they? They gonna take it to their grave is what they gonna do. Well, all I know. I can honestly brag though and say that I am definitely a very powerful healer. They don't like people like me. They don't like me. Okay. Because I heal. Okay. Is dark magic and black magic the same or different? No, they're the same. It's just that we don't like to call it black magic because when you say black magic, that kind of insinuates that black is evil. And so the spiritual community, at least on like TikTok, they on TikTok, it's kind of taboo to call baneful magic black magic because it denotes that, black not okay. Um, Black people are not just inherently evil. That's not true either. You know what I'm saying? So that's why them shooting gunshots. Who's shooting gunshots? I don't hear no gunshots around here. So that's what I want y'all to focus on. Focus on healing. There's several things that you can do. That orange doll that I showed y'all is definitely gonna be powerful in healing. Um, what I'm suggesting in particular for the witches is to do a solstice doll too, though, for the solstice closest to your birthday. So, like for example, if you were born in January, then I would say that the closest would be Yule. For me, it's the summer solstice because I was born in June. So I think that whatever solstice you were born around, I think that that can be a good start. There's many, many options. You guys just have to contact me. I know that you're out there and I know that you need my help. Okay. Just FYI, I keep plenty of yarn around and I make a doll for everything for your adversaries, for you, because I feel like it's the most secure and stable because you're turning your intention into actual earth. Whereas opposed, yeah, we're gonna light a candle. A candle is important. Absolutely. You know why candles are important? Because the candle starts working that intention right away. But you need to preserve that because nobody should be up and down. They shouldn't have you in a negative cycle, but they've had a lot of us caught up in a negative cycle that needs to end. Okay. You're welcome, R Miles. You're welcome. Okay. So you guys can schedule appointments. I'm eager to heal people. I've got an abundance of healing energy right now that I've been kind of collecting. And it's like a balloon getting ready to pop for real because I've been real stingy with it too. Stingy. Because I don't believe everybody deserves that healing energy, especially if you are somebody that is hurting people. You make a choice of keeping your wounds open so that you can hurt other people and not heal yourself. You make that choice. You don't get to make that choice for other people. So if they want to keep their wounds open and keep gashing themselves, stabbing themselves, cutting themselves, it's almost like self-cutters. And so that's why they like to chase around healers, because like, oh, I'm hurt. I want to keep the wound open and I need a healer so I can just constantly feed and heal the same wound over and over again. No, we don't do that. We do permanent healing. Okay. All that who shot John every damn day. Just constant everyday trauma. No. That's why I'm so thankful for my parents and my grandmother. You know, I'm somebody that prior to moving away from my mother, prior to that, I was used to having a normal life every day, not with just you just don't know what to expect next. Like one day it'll be calm and the next day just what's going on? Oh my God. And it don't be nothing. It just be a crazy person who's mentally and spiritually ill and don't know how to listen. Will tell you how stupid you are when you giving them gold and giving them wisdom. Okay. So y'all get with me about that because we're going to be doing some healing, some very powerful healing. We have she's waxing. Hold on. Yeah. We're at a waxing gibbous. We're at a waxing gibbous about 77. Okay. So the moon is waxing. So, you know, this is the perfect time. Healing energy it's very good to heal during a waxing moon. Okay. Otherwise, those seeds of destruction that abuser or all of that baneful magic that's been thrown at you is going to eventually manifest itself. And there are people out there, I'll be seeing 20, like I'll be seeing teenagers and 20-year-olds with, you know, illnesses and stuff. That's on the rise with problems. Yeah, I can't stand them, you Callie. They just, it's like, why are you trying to damage people on purpose? And y'all remember a few years ago, there was a conspiracy theory because naturopath doctors kept coming up dead. Y'all remember that? What's going on? What's really going on? I tell you what's going on is utter stupidity. People thinking of evil ways of lining their pockets that ain't even necessary. Y'all live in a world where all things are possible. We live in a very spiritually magical, very protected world where we are loved, but it's crawling with stupid people who are dumb. That's what you got. You got dumb people who think they smart. Not only are they dumb, but they're corrupt, and corruption mixed with stupidity is a disaster. Okay. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta go get this reading done. I'll see y'all soon. I got a couple of jars. I think I wanted to come show y'all yesterday, but I got busy. I am available for readings. Okay. Don't be afraid. You're gonna be all right. It's not a trick. Don't listen to what they say. The devil is trying to trick you. Have you ever had an abuser tell you that? You notice how the abusers always say that? That's all you see is the abusers abusing you, taking from you, and then telling you that it's the devil that's trying to trick you. Uh, sure, buddy. Sure. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good evening. Okay. Blessings to y'all.